pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll. And on the mound in this one, Brian Sammons.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. That one catches the zone, and we're underway here in Cincinnati.
First pitch, 7-11.
And now it's even up.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that'll fall for a base hit.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be
Third
impressive. He
baseman,
clearly didn't catch that
Ramirez.
one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher.
Runner on the go. Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. Chisholm into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. The lefty, the 1-0. And he boots it. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Well, it was a great job of letting that runner
Right
steal
fielder,
second base, get into scoring
Soto.
position, come through with the base knock, add a run.
Juan Soto now went deep in the ball game last night.
Runner!
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Man at second. Fastball is outside. Soto working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go. If he can keep up this pace he's on, we could be in for something really special.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And now 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Now one away.
Batting fourth, the
Aaron
designated
Judge at
hitter,
the plate.
Aaron
Second
Judge.
in the American League in home runs. Check swing, went around. 0-1. Judge waits. One out and a runner at second here in the second game of the series. That one not close. And the count 1-2. Judge rips that one. This one looks like trouble. Run comes in from second, and they lead by 2. And Aaron Judge cruising into second. He's got a
Batting
double.
fifth,
Still
first
able to come
baseman,
through
Bryce
behind in the count
Harper.
right there. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
One out, runner at second. Bryce Harper stepping in now for the Yankees. Blasted 2 home runs in last night's game. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Here comes the Judge around third. He'll score. Now he launches a throw over his head.
Went up there looking to be aggressive
Batting
and got
sixth,
something he can
shortstop,
handle. Loud
Francisco
contact leads to a
Lindor.
double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
One out, runner at second. Francisco Lindor stepping in now for the Yankees. 2 homers in the game yesterday, so he's feeling good coming in. And a big swing and a miss. The pitch. And there's a foul ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets the out. 2 down after the strikeout. And an excellent job keeping it right there.
He's locked in at the plate
Batting
when he's
seventh,
using the whole
center
field.
fielder,
He's out in front
Jackson
there. Just
Merrill.
needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So digging in, Jackson Merrill enters the day 3rd in the American League batting race. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
That's in there, and the count 1-1. Breaking ball misses down and away. And there's a hit. Coming home. The throw in. But it's offline. The throw to second is offline.
Comes through with the RBI.
Batting
Just a
eighth,
solid
catcher,
swing right
Austin
there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. That one way inside.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
Next offering is in for a strike.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Laboring here, about to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Try to get him to chase on the changeup that time.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really
Batting
close
ninth,
pitches.
left fielder,
And
Britton
somehow
Doyle.
he found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
And now Britton Doyle. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off the mark and he scores. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Up next for the Yankees, second baseman, Jazz
And now Terry
Chisholm
Francona makes his
Jr.
way out of the dugout towards the mound, and he'll make a change. Brian Sammons is done, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for
So
the
a
Reds.
new arm out of the bullpen for the
Number
Reds,
63.
Josh Staumont.
Josh
And with the big
Staumont.
deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So the lineup flips over. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. High fly ball down the left field line. And that is that. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around and 5 score. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Yankees 5 and the Reds nothing. And we're back. And starting for the Yankees, the right-hander, Luis Gil, having a pretty ridiculous season so far, Singy.
Yeah, you see there with the sub-2 ERA, very dependable guy, and he's been
Leading
pretty
off
much
for the
lights
Reds,
out so far
left
this season.
fielder,
So,
Jay
when a guy like this takes the
Fraley.
mound, Boog, I'm expecting to watch him get into a rhythm quickly and just move through a ball game. Sometimes you can see some big strikeouts. Other times, it's hard to even know he's there because the innings go so quickly.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. There's a swing and a drive. This one could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Matt McClain, the next to hit for the Reds. Swing and a foul out of play. Up and in, and that is ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fraley at second with nobody out. In the air out to center. Makes the catch for the out.
Batting third, shortstop,
Here's the lineup for the
Elly
Reds.
De La Cruz.
See, they got their work cut out for them. Down a busload already in this one.
And a manager does not want to see his hitters going to the plate swinging like it's a home run derby. He wants hitters to put together quality at bats, play the game that you've been playing and that you've been taught to play with this organization, and go out there and move the line. If you do that, you're going to score some runs. Maybe you don't win this ball game, but at least you have some momentum to carry into the next one.
Elly De La Cruz stands in now and watches strike 1. Harper. And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting fourth, third baseman, Jamer Candelario.
Next for Cincinnati, Jamer Candelario.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Next pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is fouled off.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
And there's a ball. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Reds leave one. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. All set for the
Leading
start of
off
the
for
inning.
the
Here's
Yankees,
Jose Ramirez.
third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Ramirez in his 12th season, batting second in today's lineup, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. That one ripped. In one, hops off the wall, should be extra bases, and that's a leadoff double.
Wasting no time. He's
Now batting,
2 for 2
right
now on the
fielder,
night,
Juan
and just
Soto.
a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Juan Soto. He's 0 for 1. Check swing, called strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the second. Not close with that one. And now it's even 1-1. Assigned to home plate duty is Ricky Holiday.
Boog, and something I've heard players saying about Ricky's strike zone is how he will call the high strike. That could be something that's tough to deal with, especially if you've got a pitcher out there coming at you with high velocity.
Inside, almost got him. No outs. Runner on second. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one back there. Gone. That one felt good. His 53rd homer of the year, and they add on. It's 7-0. So the streak stays alive. His 4th straight game with a home run.
Boog, that's like a cycle of home runs, and I know how much you love the cycle. He's absolutely punishing mistakes right now he can't miss. He got on plane with that high fastball, and look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
Here comes Aaron Judge. Doubled his first time. That misses the zone. 1-0. Just off the inside edge.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Nope, outside.
And there's ball 4.
First base.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right
Now
there,
batting,
Boog.
first
Last one
baseman,
wasn't even
Bryce
close.
Harper.
Here's Bryce Harper. Doubled in his first AB. Fastball is outside. Judge gets his lead at first with nobody out. Pitch misses. 2-0.
After giving up that home run earlier, it just doesn't seem like he wants to challenge him.
Fastball for a strike. Next pitch is outside. Runner at first with no outs here. Right through there for a strike.
3-2.
And that is ball 4, and the Yankees are in business.
His ability to draw
Now
walks
batting,
has been
shortstop,
something
Francisco
that's been part of his
Lindor.
career since day one.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. 0 for 1 so far. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
There it was, a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Next one misses, and the count is 1-1. No outs, runners at first and second. In the air on the infield, and the infield fly rule called.
Up next for the Yankees, center fielder Jackson Merrill.
And next for New York, Jackson Merrill.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
Swing and a ground ball. Off balance feet. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. And up next for New York, Austin Wells. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. Corners are occupied with 2 down. Runner on the move. There's a ball. Throw to second. Out. And that'll end the inning. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now 7-0. This is Yankees baseball on the show NYC. Back here in Cincinnati, bottom of the inning. Now here is Tyler Stevenson. Heel back to work.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one. This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Lindor in position. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Batting 6, designated hitter, Spencer Steer.
And next is the designated hitter, Spencer Steer. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Doyle under it. They got it for out number 2.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That
Batting
front shoulder
7,
coming open
right
instead of
fielder,
staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Will Benson in the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1's the count.
That's in for a strike. Nasty pitch. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two outs. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. And 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. Not going their way. It's 7-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. And that one is in for a strike at 95. And it's 0-1.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Going to count 1 and 2. Can't glove it cleanly. Still manages a throw, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
Now batting, left fielder Brenton Doyle.
Now the left fielder, Brenton Doyle. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. That misses the zone. Ball one. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
That
Ball
just
2.
misses. And the count now
2
even
balls,
up.
2 strikes.
1 out, base is empty. In the air, right side. Benson should have this one. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Jazz
So up
Chisholm
next,
Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
Headed towards the corner. Fraley really on his horse for it. Can't get there. This one lands foul. On the ground, right side, McLean. Over to first.
Out.
That's the 3rd out. Yanks held in check, but they're still in control. It's 7-0. Set for the bottom of the
Leading
3rd.
off for
And
the
here's the
Reds,
first baseman, Christian
baseman,
Encarnacion Strand.
Encarnacion Strand.
In the air, right field. Soto sizes this one up. Hauls it in for the out.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch
Batting
fastball.
ninth,
Just
center
barely
fielder,
missed it.
Stewart
Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Fairchild.
Next to hit, Stuart Fairchild. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Merrill under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder.
Jake Fraley now at the plate. Dealt his first time up.
Let's go, Jake.
And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
And that one clips the corner. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So they make short work of him there. On to inning number 4. It's the Yankees 7 and the Reds nothing.
Now pitching for
On
the
the
Reds.
mound now, Tony Santillan.
Number 64.
And this could be a tough first test for him right here. His numbers
Santillan.
against lefties aren't great this season.
Now the third
Leading
baseman,
off for the
Jose
Yankees,
Ramirez.
Third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Let's go, Reds! Come on, Reds! You can do it!
On the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Up next for the Yankees, right fielder, Juan Soto.
Digging in, Juan Soto. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Yankees, the designated
2 down,
hitter,
base is
Aaron
empty.
Judge.
It's Aaron Judge now.
Here we go, Cincinnati!
And And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
0-2 now as he swings through it.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Pitch misses, and that's ball one. And that one missing low. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Bryce Harper on deck for the Yankees. Two down, nobody on. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Now batting,
Just keep
first
handing out
baseman,
gifts,
Bryce
Booth.
Harper.
Were we supposed to bring something?
Singy, I think just our presence is the present. Ball one to Bryce.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
That's towards center. Fairchild under this one. He's got it, and that is that. One left for the Yankees, and they hold a 7-0 lead. Back here at Great American Ballpark, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Matt McClain. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
Swings and misses, and it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout.
Now
He can do whatever he
shortstop,
wants with the baseball right now.
De La Cruz.
Elly De La Cruz will hit next. Grounded out his first time up. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just
Now
takes it away.
batting,
Just
third
overmatched on that
baseman,
fastball right
Jimmer
there, and it wasn't like he was set
Candelario.
up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Candelario in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side for the 3rd time today.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And we're back, ready now for the 5th inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Francisco Lindor. Santillan back to work. To the right side. The flip to the pitcher covering. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
Jackson Merrill, the next to hit. Santillan, 27 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick. back in 2015. That misses, and that's ball one. Movement in the bullpen. Brandon Williamson up and throwing for Terry Francona. Mole also getting ready. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. Pitch misses there, and that's ball two.
He never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
One down, base is empty. That's down and in. And there's the automatic. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that's going to get into the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, when you fall behind in the
Up
count,
next
you've got to
for the
come into the
Yankees,
zone, and
catcher,
then guys have a
Austin
better
Wells.
chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Man at second with one away. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Wells. Center field. Fairchild settles under this one. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. He thought about third, but won't take the chance and heads back to second.
Up next for the Yankees, left fielder Britton Doyle.
Brenton Doyle getting ready to hit. He's one of the best players in the game. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. That missed by a lot, and it's 1-0.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
Throw to second, save.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
There's a swing and a miss. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Slider got him for strike three. Welcome back as we
Leading
take a look
off
at how
for the
today's
Reds,
starting pitchers have
catcher
fared so far.
Tyler Stevenson.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Next offering is in for a strike.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control,
Now batting,
autopilot, just
designated
dominating these
hitter,
hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun
Steer.
at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Steer, batting with one down, takes a strike. The Yanks up big in this one. Last half of inning number 5. Misses off the plate. And it's 1-2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it. Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all of the strikeouts, they just kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
And the Reds go 1-2-3. Nobody left for Cincinnati. They continue to trail 7-0. Back here in Cincinnati, all set for the top of the 6th. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Now one missed.
You know, these Yankees, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
And a foul ball.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Pitch misses inside. Now 2 balls and a strike. Makes a sliding stop. And very nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Yankees, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez stepping in now for the Yankees. And that's a base hit. Around first, digging for 2. Throws to second, and he'll pull into second safely. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Right fielder,
well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
So a man aboard. And next for New York, Juan Soto. He's already homered here in this one. Ball 1 there. One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th.
Let's go, Cincy!
That misses, and the count now 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Fastball for a strike. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. In the dirt. Three-two. Got him. Ricky Holiday with the call.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's
Aaron
hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. In there at the knees. Strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And it's even up.
That's inside.
And Judge spoils that one. Ramirez stands at second with 2 gone.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine.
Well, looked at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning. And now the first baseman, Christian Encarnacion Strand. There you see his May and June numbers so far. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Reds, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
1-2 now. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Got him looking. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Stewart Fairchild.
So digging in, Stewart Fairchild. Splits the plate. That's strike 1.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Soto snags it for the 2nd out.
Now batting, left fielder, Jake Fraley.
So back to the top of the Reds lineup. Here's the left fielder, Jake Fraley. 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the 1st. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
And down on strikes. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Yankees 7 and the Reds nothing.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Reds.
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new
Number
pitcher on the
50.
mound, Sam Mole.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning.
And now
Leading
here
off
is
for
Harper.
the Yankees, first baseman Bryce Harper.
That's outside. Ball 1. And another ball. Just missed.
Outside.
So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now batting, shortstop
Here's Francisco Lindor. 0 for 3 in this one.
Ball.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Double play ball to second. There's one. And it's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
The center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
And up next for New York, Jackson Merrill. Pitches in for a strike. 0-1.
0-1's
Two
the
down,
count.
nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And it's 1-1. That one hammered center field. That's back. And that is gone. He circles the bases, and they add to the lead. It's 8-0.
Got to keep that front shoulder closed and your body square to the plate, especially when you're facing a left-hander. He did all those things until the very last moment where that hip just popped. Hands came through, nice little lag to it, carried out nicely.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Lined, and that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Well, clearly
Now
he was
batting,
ready to hit
left
right there.
fielder,
Solid
Bridget
swing
Doyle.
from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
And here is Brenton Doyle.
That's a ball.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. But there's no play. That's an
Now
infield
batting,
single.
second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now at the plate. The
Pitch hitting
Yankees
for the
going with a
Yankees,
pinch hitter.
number 14,
Luis Angel
Luis
Acuna.
Angel
Looking for a big
Acuna.
hit with 2 out, runners at first and second. That one
Ball,
off the
that's out.
mark. And that is ball 1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
That one finds the zone and a count 1-1. Late with the swing there.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And down on strikes he goes. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. It's now an 8-0 game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back as we
Leading
take a
off
look at
for
their
the
upcoming
Reds,
schedule.
second baseman, Matt McLean.
And that's a strike.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here. Hitting is all about anticipation, and right now this lineup is struggling with it. Their swings are mistimed, and it's produced a few ugly cuts here and there. Wow, just great bite
Now
to that
batting,
slider. Broke
shortstop,
hard out of the
Elly
zone, and he
De
just
La
couldn't hold up the
Cruz.
swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
De La Cruz stands in now and watches strike 1. Headed down the line. And that drops foul. The Reds with a lot of ground to make up here, the bottom of the 7th. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Jamer Candelario, the next to hit for the Reds. The pick behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
0-1.
The 0-1. Swinging a foul straight back.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
He swings and fouls one off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. 2 outs, base is empty. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Reds go down quietly, still 8-0. Back here at Great American Ballpark, and now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez. Mole, 33 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2013. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Benson makes the grab, 1 down.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Juan Soto stepping in now for the Yankees. Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. Another homer. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. And they add to their lead. It's 9-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely. No doubt off the bat.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. And Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Now the Reds manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Sam Mole departs, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Alexis Diaz gets handed the rock out of the pen.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here is Aaron Judge. In there at the knees. Close, but called a ball. And now it's even 1-1. And a foul ball. Swings and misses. And there's 2 away.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Bryce Harper to the plate. Swings through that one for strike 1.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
And that misses. 1-1. Just missed. Ground ball right side and foul ball. Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 9-0. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the ballpark.
For the Reds,
ready for the bottom of the
catcher,
8th. And here's the catcher, Tyler
Stevenson.
Stevenson. Heel back to work. And that is out of play. Heel into his 8th inning of work. Singy, he's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts.
Now
that was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Pitch count in great shape. It seems you might have a chance to finish it. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row.
Now batting.
2 down,
the
bases
right
empty.
fielder,
In now for the
Will
Reds,
Benson.
Will Benson. 0 for 2 in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Swings through that.
Man, he is just dialed in
No
right
ball, 2
now.
strikes.
Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
That one just misses. Now 1-2.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Tried to check his swing there, appeal to third, and he went around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. Reds down in order. Steep hill to climb. It's a 9-0 deficit. And we're back. We go to the 9th. Now, Francisco Lindor. Diaz, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a 2-seamer. And that one is lifted in the air. Fraley should have it. And there's one away.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Jackson Merrill will hit next.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Just missed. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a hard hit grounder to third, and it stays fair.
Now batting, catcher, Austin
So
Wells.
a man at first. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. Stevenson can't squeeze it, gets away. And now a man into scoring position.
This is something that'll happen to him from time to time behind the dish. The defense is a part of his game he's trying to improve, but right there just couldn't squeeze it, and it cost him.
outside with a breaking ball. Out towards right center field. Fairchild sizing this one up. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. The relay throw. And he gets to third safely. Moving up on the fly out. And there are two gone.
Britton Doyle.
At the plate, Brenton Doyle. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And it's 0-1. That one's upstairs, ball one. Inside. And it's 2-1. Merrill on third with two out. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game. Bottom of the ninth coming up, and we'll see if he can complete the shutout after the break. We head to the bottom of the ninth, and here's the first baseman, Christian Encarnacion Strand. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
What makes him special is a lot of pitchers lose movement in their stuff the deeper they go.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. His 11th of the year. It's 9-1.
He hasn't been at his best at the plate these last few games, so this could end up being an important home run for him. Maybe it's a sign of more to come. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Here's the center fielder, Stuart Fairchild. Fastball for a strike at 95. Fouled off left side. And that one upstairs, ball one. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Left fielder
Jake Fraley, the next to hit for the Reds. 1 for 3. That one's in there. That's strike one. Top of the zone for a called strike. One out, bases empty, and a run in here in the last half of inning number 9. And now 1 and 2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Throw to first, out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment move, get back on track. His team needs him.
So it's their last chance in this one. Next for Cincinnati, Matt McClain. Swing and a miss as he was late.
0-1's the count.
0-1 now. And strike 2.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they
got him, and that's the ball game.
Terrific job in this game. He scattered 2 hits and pretty dominant. Efficient with his pitch count. Got himself all the way to the finish line and finished what he started.
9-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.